Welcome back to Usapang Bayan with former Department of Justice Secretary Leila De Lima. Ma'am, mayroon ho akong sanang gustong itanong, at marami rin ho sa ating mga viewers ang nagtatanong kung ano ho nangyari doon sa Mama Sapano case natin. Ano ho ba ang nangyari doon? Dahil kasi magtatapos na ang termino ng ating administrasyon ngayon, hindi pa ho nalulutas ang kaso.
Well, meron na pong kaso for preliminary investigation. Remember po na yung yung joint NPS, NBI Special Investigation Team. NPS is National Prosecution Service. Nag-imbestiga po sila, nag-evidence gathering po sila, fact-finding, at nagpalabas po sila ng 2 reports. Yung unang report po nila, nag-recommend sila na kasuhan about 90 suspects or 90 alleged perpetrators for the death of the members of the 55th, yung 35 members, SAF commandos ng 55th Special Action Command. Sila po yung mga namatay doon sa may cornfields sa barangay Tucanalipaw. So they recommended the filing of direct assault complexed with murder. So a complex crime of direct assault with murder as well as theft. Kasi ninakawan din po sila ng mga gamit nila. So it was filed already.
Okay.
So it's now with the National Prosecution Service for preliminary investigation. Ang alam ko po, nung pag-alis ko po sa DOJ, is that nakapag-constitute na po yung Prosecutor General ng isang panel of prosecutors who will be handling the preliminary investigation. So that will go through the preliminary investigation process to determine the probable cause. And if there is a probable cause, then the proper information will be filed in court. So, nandyan na po yan. Now, yung linabas naman pong second report ay tungkol naman dapat ito dun sa mga namatay na siyam-pang miyembro nung 84th Seaborn nung SAF. Sila naman yung the assaulting team, the main assault team who was assigned to arrest si Marwan.
Yes.
Pero yun na nga, napatay nila si Marwan and then namatayan din sila ng Sham. Now the team wanted to find out also who were involved in the killing of those 9 members of the 84th Seaborn. Unfortunately, unlike yung mga pumatay doon sa 35 commandos nung 55th SAC, wala po kaming nakuha, wala po kaming nahanap na mga eyewitnesses. So if you don't have eyewitnesses, then walang kaso na pwedeng i-file. Yung the killing of these 84th Seaborn commandos were clearly established, and that the killing was due to a deliberate act on the part of certain hostile groups. Unfortunately nga po, walang eyewitness. So wala pa ho pwedeng makasuhan doon.
Yung sa kaso naman ho ng Ampatuan case, isa pa rin hong napakatagal na kaso yun, ano?
Yes.
Ano na ho ang status nun at bakit ba ho nahirapan parang ma-convict?
Well, ganito po yun. Okay, it happened in 2009. Now, of course, I cannot blame people for saying or na napakatagal. Now, matagal nga po, but because of the circumstances, dahil nga po napakadami ng mga biktima, 57 or even 58, napakadami ng mga akusado, 187 of them. And then hindi ho lahat sabay-sabay yung pagkakahuli sa kanila. In fact, meron pa nga hong mga ilan-ilan na mga at large. So even, maski yung paglilitis sa kanila, piecemeal din. But you know, isa nga po yan sa mga naging commitment ko, even to the President and to the people, na before the end of the term of this administration, and meron ho tayong mga convictions dyan, particularly dun sa principal accused. So even if pag-alis ko po sa DOJ, ay hindi ko pa po na-deliver yung commitment na yan, but I remain confident na bago ho talaga umalis ang administrasyon na ito, ay magkakaroon ho tayo ng convictions dyan sa kaso na yan. Dahil nga po, mga dininay na ho yung mga bail applications ng mga principal accused, although namatay na nga ho si Datu Ampatuan Sr., si Datu Andal Ampatuan Sr., pero yung si Datu Unsay, and then si former Armed Regional Governor Zaldi Ampatuan, na deny na rin po yung kanyang bail application. So madali na po yan, yung resolve ng kaso on its entirety. So I remain confident po.
Ma'am, aside po dun sa Maguindanao Massacre and Mama Sapano incident, isa pa po na issue na natatag po talaga yung name nyo and your department is the issue about INC.
Yes, it was very unfortunate.
Yes. There are different versions po na lumalabas eh. Siyempre, iba po yung version ng mga members ng INC, iba rin po yung version ng iba't ibang tao pa na
I think
may
there's
alam.
been a lot of misunderstanding and even misinformation.
Yes.
Sa tingin ko po, hindi lang nagkaintindihan. Sa tingin ko po, ay maliho yung mga naging perception.
But ma'am, what really transpired? Can you clarify? And secondly, why did you choose to remain firm on your ground considering na block vote po sana yun this coming elections?
Alam mo, ganun naman ho tayo. I just try to really fulfill my mission, to fulfill my mandate without fear or favor. I was just doing my job. Now, kung maalala niyo po, yung parang the reason why ganun ang naging reaction nila, is that akala nila, I was really giving special favors, or I was very interested in the complaint. And then there was even the accusation that I personally accepted the complaint when it was filed. That was very untrue. I was not even in the DOJ when the complainant went there and filed his complaint. Now, we cannot prevent anyone from filing a complaint. It's the right of every citizen of this country to file a complaint if he thinks he has been
wrong.
Yes. So, hindi ko naman ho in-encourage yung complainant na mag-file. Mr. Samson, I don't even know him. I have not met him before. So, isa po yan sa mga naging maling perception nila na I went out of my way, na ako pa daw ang nagmaniobra dun sa pag-file ng complaint, which is untrue. And then, meron ding kumalat, especially during the first day of their protest, which happened to be my birthday.
Yes.
That's why it was my most memorable birthday. Now, parang may kumalat na balita na papa-arestuhin ko na daw po si Ka Eduardo Manalo on that day, which is again farthest from the truth. Dahil unang-una po, hindi naman ho kinasuhan si Ka Eduardo Manalo. He's not among the respondents na kinasuhan ni Mr. Samson. And then pangalawa, ang Secretary of Justice po walang kapangyarihan na mag-issue ng warrant of arrest. Korte lang po ang pwede na mag-issue ng warrant of arrest. Pangatlo po ay magsisimula pa lang yung proseso. So paano po ako magpapa-aresto ng kung sino man? So nagkaroon po ng mga hindi pagkakaintindihan. Meron hong nagpakalat ng mga maling impormasyon na naniwala naman ho kaagad yung iba. Now, but, I had to stay firm. Because I was just doing my job. Kasi yan, isa lang po ang DOJ. Ang DOJ po ang linalapitan kapag ganyan po na sa tingin nila ay naagrabyado sila. Sa tingin nila ay biktima sila.
Ma'am, ngayon na wala na kayo sa DOJ at kayo ho ay nag-aspire maging senador ng ating republika, ano po palagay nyo? Ano ho ba ang plataforma natin? What do you represent? No? Ano ho ba ang magagawa nyo para sa ating mga kababayan?
Thank you for that question, George. I would like to take this opportunity, although I'm not yet campaigning. In the first place, this is not yet a campaign period. Officially, it will start only in February 9. But on the other hand, siguro naman ay karapatan din ng mamamayan na makilala
Yes.
yung mga nagbavie
Oo.
for elective position. Alam niyo po, dahil nga po sa background ko na former CHR chair and then former DOJ secretary, magfo-focus po ako sa 3 general areas: justice and rule of law, anti-corruption, and championing human rights. And then pwede ko rin pong idagdag yung electoral reforms because of my background and my exposure to election matters. No, dahil nga po nandun ang aking karanasan, na-expose po ako dun sa mga areas na yan, nakita ko po first hand kung ano pa yung mga kulang dyan sa mga areas na yan. Of course, justice and the rule of law, overarching po yan, justice and rule of law. Now, ano po ba ang adhikain ko kung sakasakali po akong swertehin na maging part of the Senate? Now, I think it's about time po na isimplify natin ang ating mga batas, mga penal laws, ang ating mga criminal processes para mas madali ho nating parusahan yung mga may kasalanan, para ho mas madali ho natin na mawawalang sala yung mga walang kasalanan. And we are advocating na rin po, sa katunayan ho, ay meron na hong pending bill sa Kongreso, pero mukha hong hindi na aabot, wala na hong sapat na oras ngayong Kongreso, this Congress, na nagawin yan. Yun po yung pinapa-overhaul po natin yung ating penal code. Alam niyo po, yung ating revised penal code, 83 years old na po yan.
Revised na yun.
Revised penal code, that is circa that's 83 years old already. And marami na ho dyan na mga medyo obsolete. At kailangan na ho natin, it should be attuned to the times, na marami na ho mga crimes na mga wala pa dyan, katulad ng human trafficking, cyber crimes, mga drug trafficking, wala pa ho dyan. So kailangan natin ilagay. Yung mga obsolete na ho nun, nawala, yung mga challenging to do well, nandyan pa rin ho. At isimplify ho natin. Yung gumawa ho tayo ngayon ng Code of Crimes na truly modern and truly Filipino and much simpler. Alisin na ho natin yung mga Spanish and Latin terms dyan, mga reclusion perpetua, prisyon correctional, prisyon mayor. Hindi na ho tayo kolonya. Kaya kailangan ho, itagalog na natin yung mga ano na yan. O kaya, yun, para ano ho, di ba yung mga ganon? We submitted that already. The proposed Book 1 and proposed Book 2 of the Code of Crimes.
Yung dun ho sa electoral reforms, ano ho ba ang mga electoral reforms na nasa isip nyo na kailangan natin baguhin?
Yung party system po natin. Alam nyo, maraming mga balimbing every election period. It's for convenience. Nawawala na ho yung mga platforms ng partido. Wala na ho yung stability, wala na ho yung consistency, wala na yung mga principled, politics. Kasi kung sino yung nakikita nilang in power, kung sino yung mga
sila didikit.
Dun sila didikit. Well, because nga we are now under a multi-party system, we now have party-list system, unlike before, dalawa lang ho yan, liberal and nationalista. Now, multi-party system has its own benefits, it has its beauty also, but meron din ho mga disadvantage. So paano ho natin papalakasin yung ating party system na talagang kailangan party, na talagang issues-based instead of personality-based? Although, I always believe, George and Rach, that, actually, kasi sinasabi nga nila, kailangan na mag-shift na sa issue-based. Huwag na yung mga personality. Well, masyado naman ho sigurong mabibigla ang ating electorate kung ganun na kaagad. Pwede ho natin i-combine Na because I always believe na the issues that you espouse actually define your personality. And the kind of personality you have would lead you to the issues you would want to champion. Pero kailangan no issues-based, hindi ho masyadong personality tayo kasi nagkakaroon ng mga personality cults. And then, of course, yung sa dynasty. It's about time that we seriously consider an anti-dynasty law. Now, sasabihin nila, naku, hindi
Maraming
kaya
tatamaan.
maraming tatamaan. I think the key there is to be able to come up with the correct and reasonable definition of a dynasty. I think dyan nagkakatalo. Kaya hindi ho ito makausad. Matagal na ho yan, nasa Constitution ho yan, 1987 pa. Only that it's not self-executing. Kailangan talaga ng batas para natin mag-give flesh to that constitutional provision. But hindi ho nakakapasa kasi doon pa lang sa definition ng dynasty, hindi na nagkakaintindihan. Kasi I think there are good dynasties and there are bad dynasties. So paano ho natin maaano yan?
So, at this point, we'd like to take another station break. And sa pagbabalik natin, kasama pa rin ho natin si former DOJ Secretary Leila De Lima. Thank you.